Hey guys, what's up? It's Frederick here again. And this right here is the Brane X, the Bluetooth speaker that's making everybody ask, how is something this small shaking the room like that? If you like the scene you just watched, consider liking this video, subscribing, and clicking on the notification bell. So if I upload any video in the future, you'll be the first to know. Now, I'll do a quick unboxing of the Brane X. So this Brane X speaker is the only Bluetooth speaker of this size that has a dedicated subwoofer inbuilt underneath this whole case. The dimensions of the sub is 6.5 inches by 9 inches. This has two front-firing mid-range drivers that are 2.5 inches each. This comes with two dome tweeters, that is 0.75 inches on either side of the speaker. And this speaker weighs about 7.7 pounds. That's roughly about 3.5 kilograms. You can see me holding this speaker as light as this, but it's quite heavy. Okay, so I have a small snippet for you. Just watch the video and listen to what this speaker is doing. It's moving like a generator. Okay, so I use the frequency response app and then I put the app on 17 Hertz, and that's how well the speaker vibrated. The perfume even fell down. Trust me, it vibrates, it shakes the whole table, shakes everything. It's just like a BMW M5 engine, you know? It's kind of like a diesel thing going up and down like that. That's the power of the Brane X. All right. Let's talk about the design and build quality of the Brane X, because this is one of the first things that stands out when you unbox it. The Brane X has a clean and modern aesthetic, which is very minimal but very premium as well. The entire body has this smooth matte finish that feels solid and well engineered in the hand. It doesn't come off as cheap at all. When you lift it, you immediately notice that the weight distribution feels intentional, and that gives you confidence in the internal build. The speaker is built from high quality plastics and reinforced composites, giving it a steady structure without making it too heavy to carry around. You also get a full mesh grille wrapping around the body. The mesh isn't flimsy, it's very tight. The weave is very durable, and this protects the drivers but still keeps the speaker looking sleek. It also resists dents better than the thin metal grills you see on some competing speakers. Down at the bottom, you have thick rubber feet that do a great job keeping the speaker stable. Even when the bass kicks in, this thing doesn't dance around the table. The rubber also helps absorb vibrations and protects the surface you are placing it on. On top of that, the Brane X includes a steady carry handle built directly into the frame. It's not one of those decorative wobbly handles. This one is very strong, very comfortable to hold, and it feels like it's actually meant for everyday movements. It gives the speaker that portable, ready to move vibe without compromising the clean design. Overall, the build quality here is excellent. Everything feels tight and well constructed, from the seams to the buttons. Even the mesh grille and the rubber feet add to that sense of durability. is the type of speaker you can confidently take from your living room to a patio or even toss in a bag without worrying about it falling apart. Let's get into sound quality, because this is really where the Brane X tries to separate itself from regular Bluetooth speakers on the market. One of the first things you notice is the clarity. The highs are clean and detailed without getting sharp, and the mids are surprisingly full. Voices, instruments, podcasts, everything comes through crisp. It's the kind of clarity you normally hear from bigger and more expensive speakers. But where the real magic happens is the bass. Brane uses the new RAD driver. It's called the Repel Attract driver system, which basically counteracts the air pressure inside the speaker so the woofer can push deeper bass than a normal compact speaker. In simple terms, you get big speaker bass in a small body like this. The low end feels tight and controlled, not muddy. Even at higher volumes, the bass stays punchy without overpowering the vocals. You can feel the thump on R&B music and Afrobeat tracks. I love EDM, and EDM drops hit with way more weight than you would expect for the size. Speaking of volume, this thing gets loud, very loud, room filling loud actually. And what I like is that when you push it, the sound doesn't fall apart. There's little to no distortion, which tells you the drivers and internal tuning are well engineered. The 360-degree design also helps the sound spread evenly. I'll say this spreads 180 degrees based on my testing. No matter where you stand in the room, you get a consistent listening experience. It's perfect for small gatherings, content creators like me, playing background music, or even using it outdoors. If you are somebody who loves balanced sound with deep bass, clear mids, and smooth highs, the Brane X is definitely what you need. It's not just loud, it's refined. You can tell the engineers didn't just throw in power. They tuned it to actually sound good across different genres. So overall, the Brane X has the kind of sound profile that makes you forget you are listening to a portable speaker. It gives you that big, rich, full sound that usually comes from speakers 4 or 5 times the size, like the speaker in the background. Hey, okay, so the next section of this video is going to be a sound test. That's where you hear this bad boy. So if you have any good headphones, just put it on and let's get to it. Okay, so connectivity on the Brane X is straightforward and reliable. It uses Bluetooth 5.1, which means faster pairing, stable connections, and lower latency. Once you pair it for the first time, the speaker reconnects instantly whenever you turn it on. The range is excellent. You can actually walk around your home, go into another room, or step outside on your balcony without the audio cutting out. I didn't experience any drops or stutters during my testing. The speaker also supports AAC and SBC codecs, which are very great for iPhones and Android users. If you are using it for videos or movies, the delay is very minimal, so the audio still feels synchronized. So when it comes to connectivity, the Brane X is smooth, fast, and problem-free, which is exactly what you want from a premium Bluetooth speaker. This speaker also supports AirPlay. You know Apple's AirPlay, the functionality used on the Apple HomePod, where you can just connect to the speaker via Wi-Fi and then AirPlay a video and audio to the speaker, and it plays very, very good. All right, so let's talk a little bit about battery life. This Brane X gives you up to 12 hours of playback, depending on your listening volume. At moderate levels, you can easily get through a full day of use without thinking about charging it. One thing I appreciate is how consistent the battery performance is. Even as the percentage drops, you don't get those sudden weak sounding lows or reduced volumes that some portable speakers have. The sound stays strong all the way until the battery actually dies. And it supports fast charging too, meaning you can top it up quickly before heading out. Overall, battery life on the Brane X is reliable. It's not the longest lasting speaker on the market, but for the amount of power and bass this thing pushes, 12 hours is solid. I personally tested it and 10.5 to 11 hours for me on probably like 70% volume. And trust me, 70% volume on this is more than enough for you to kill a speaker that sounds as good as this. This thing shakes the ground. It literally shakes the whole living room. I'm telling you, until you test this yourself, you think it's a joke, but trust me, this thing is worth the price. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.